Back to the channel. What's going on, guys? Today we're gonna talk about why most traders fail, right? And most traders fail not because they aren't smart, right? It's because they don't master things that are warranted for you guys to master as to what cause you fail, right? Cause you to fail, right? So if you wanna not fail, you have to master these couple things that I'm gonna mention in this video, right? So if you want to avoid being a part of the 90% who quit, watch to the end, right? So let's talk about having the best strategy, right? It's not about having the best strategy. It's not about strategy. It's not about, oh, the money. It's not about those kind of things, right? It's not about having the best strategy. It's about discipline. It's about risk management. It's about journaling your trades so you can see and remember the mistakes that you made and fix them. And it's about, well, I said risk management. It's about staying calm, right? Staying calm under pressure, right? Because a lot of people start to fumble when price is basically when you're seeing money flow and you're seeing money sorry about that. When you're seeing money flow and you're seeing red, you're seeing green, you're seeing money fluctuate, it's always going to cause some kind of tension, pressure, and things of that nature, right? Where you don't want to fold under pressure, right? So let's go down the list and let's start talking about them one by one, right? So let's start talking about discipline. Discipline. Discipline is very hard to stick to your plan. Even when it feels boring, jumping between strategies kills consistency. So you want to stay disciplined and stay grounded, right? Let's talk about the next one. We was talking about the next one was risk management. You want to always risk a comfortable amount. If you start itching and start scratching because you're in a trade, that means you risk too much. So don't risk too much, right? Risk 1, 2, maybe 5% of your balance, and always aim for a 1 to 2.5 to 3 risk to reward ratio, right? You want to ideally always look for 3, maybe see if you could squeeze out a 1 to 4, but realistically, you want to see if you can risk a 1 to 2.5. Excuse me. Drink some water on that one. Mm. All right, back. Right. So risk enough that you're comfortable to lose, and yeah, we'll talk about the next topic will be risk management. I mean risk management. Well, we are talking about risk management. But yes. So, like I said, risk a certain amount, 1, 2, maybe even 5%. If if you're good, then of course you can risk whatever you want. But we starting from the bottom. So we're gonna thug it out. We're gonna start from the bottom, start from the holy grail, like I said in this series, right? So yeah, the next topic is journaling, right? They have something, Q Banks and them just came out with something called Market Memo. They have Tradezilla, I believe, and it watches and well, it makes notes, right? So on your PC, it'll make a note. It'll be linked to your broker, your prop firm, whatever it is that you're trading on. It'll link to that, and every trade and every position that you take, it'll make a note. Whether it was a win, if it was a loss, if it was a buy, if it was a sell, and so on and so forth, right? Then it will be able to identify and tell you, hey, you made more money buying than selling, or vice versa, right? So trade journaling is always good, right? Even if you don't want to pay for those kind of things, you want to write down every trade, entry, exit, why you took it, how you felt, how it made you feel while you was in the trade, and so on and so forth, right? Because maybe he was in the train, maybe he was shaking like, oh my gosh, no confidence, stuff like that, right? So you want to have confidence. You want to know that you analyzing the markets and you're actually studying and doing a good job. And then those things will try to, well, it don't always, because everybody will still go through a little greed, fear, FOMO, anticipation. Maybe you think you're wrong, maybe you think you're right, but you still get out of the trade even though you think you're right. But so on and so forth, right? So, um, like I said, journaling and things of those nature, right? like I said, you can write down your exits, your entries, things of that nature, and you'll be able to see what you really need to fix, right? The next one will be emotions. Like I said just now, fear, greed, fear of missing out, revenge trading, things of that nature. Those are emotions, and you want to have those. You want to try to minimize those emotions as much as possible, right? Because if you don't plan your trade before, well, not even before market open, you could plan it before while market is open, right? You just want to plan your trades so you can have better preparation for the markets. Remember, we battling the big guys, the banks, the JP Morgans, the BlackRock, the State Street, and all those guys, Warren Buffett and his Berkshire, and all these other crazy institutions that have the big money, right? They call the whales, right? So you want to just be able to keep a little control of your emotions, right? Try to control your emotions, right? Remember, trading is a long game. It's not a get rich quick scheme. It's not a get rich quick uh financial institution, or just not a get rich quick anything, right? When you think about trading, don't even think about getting rich quick. Think about really walking through the mud, the rainstorm, the tunnel. It's dark. It's light on the other end, right? It's light on the other end. Trust me, it's light, right? I'm not fully there yet, but I'm right there at the tunnel where I'm seeing the light, and I'm getting a little light on myself, but I'm not out the tunnel yet. I'm still in the tunnel, but I'm seeing the light. So that means I'm getting progress, right? So like I said, trading is a get isn't a get rich quick scheme. The pros is to stay patient, think long term, and so on and so forth, right? So what you want to do is replay this video, follow for more, and lock in on your journey, right? Remember, it's a tunnel. Remember, it's a long path. Um, Consistency beats luck every single time, right? Lock in, be consistent, be disciplined, and you will pass, bro. You will succeed, bro. That's it, bro. So thanks for rocking with me. Thanks for watching the video. Lock in, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Peace.